everyone. I'm gonna wait till some people get in the chat, but welcome to True Doug Man Encounters with Marvin Allen in the Doug Pack. I haven't been live in a minute, y'all, so bear with me and work with me, but we got something nice for y'all tonight. I'm gonna wait for some people get into the chat though. So I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna post it again just to let people know that we live now. Let me tell them now that we live now so that they'll know. Hey Kelly, how you doing? Yeah, I'm gonna just wait for people getting to the chat. Don't forget to hit the like button, y'all. I'm posting it. I'm gonna post it again. All right, I'm gonna post this again. Let them know. Hey Walter, how you doing, my friend? I know I ain't been live, live in a minute, but it's getting ready happen though, where I'm gonna start going back on, regularly, and sharing encounters and sightings with y'all because I miss y'all so much, man, and I miss talking to y'all and conversating with y'all. Cause y'all, I think we got the best group out there. Respectful, and that's one thing I love. So let me post it on here to let them know we live now. Hello, hello everyone. We are live now on YouTube. All right, okay, I post that and I'm gonna just let people start to slowly but surely start to let them to come in and join the chat. And let me go on here and find the channel because I like to post stuff too. I like to interact with y'all. Hey Vanessa, how you doing? I hope everybody enjoyed their weekend and of course their Thanksgiving. I hope everybody enjoyed their weekend and I don't want the sound on here. So, but I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. Okay, Michigan. Hey Kelly, have you ever heard of anybody out there near you having any sightings of any of these creatures? Because I know they definitely out there. I definitely know that. New Zealand, okay, that's what's up. That's what's up, yeah. But we got an eyewitness that's coming on tonight, and I will be introducing her in a few minutes. Just giving people time enough to get into the chat and stuff like that. Don't forget to hit that like button, y'all. Another thing, man, I just been just trying to work my butt off, trying to get new eyewitnesses. I have encounters, I always keep them and have them. It's just I haven't been really uploading them on YouTube lately, but I'm getting ready to start doing that because I got a lot of free time on my hand, and And I want to at least give, y'all something to listen to, whether it's at work or, on your break, or you jogging or doing something. Give y'all something good to listen to. Because I'm going to tell it like it is. I'm going to tell it like it is. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell it like it is. Each encounter I get, that's why I'm so grateful and so blessed. Dogwoods, Cryptid Project. Hey, Lieutenant, what's up, my friend? How's it going? Hey, y'all, and be sure to check out Lieutenant channel out there. Lieutenant, you can put it in the link. Let everybody know. Y'all can go and check out his channel. He's still part of the pack. He just brought it out and went and did his own thing, which I encouraged everybody that went out and did their own thing and made their own channels, but at the end of the day, when it all boils down to, we still a family because, when you affect one, you affect all of us. That's why I say when you attack one, you attack the whole group. And that's something that we not gonna allow. Some people had to be removed for saying certain things and negative stuff, and admins and moderators had to remove them, because I don't mind people, criticism and stuff like that, because that goes with it and comes with it, criticism and stuff like that. So of course people gonna say what they want to say, but don't disrespect nobody, and say negative, nasty, hurtful things to these people. Hey, Southern guy, glad you in the house. You in, Lieutenant, because we needed some mods for tonight. Blackwater Meter, how you doing, my friend? Atlanta in the house, y'all. I'm so blessed and I'm so grateful to have ran into a lot of good people, in my life, man. I am. Don't forget to hit the like button, y'all. And it's a lot of stuff that's been going on in the in the cryptid community. That's why even when I was going back and forth with certain people and stuff like that, and at the end of the day, it wasn't worth it. And I'm glad that I made not just amends with that person, but other people too, because we all searching for the same thing. We all searching for the truth. What these things really are. We don't know. We don't know what they are. You can look at something and okay, human, Doug, wolf. And we can give it that name, but at the end of the day, we really don't know what they are. That's why I say, when people say, oh man, they this, they that, and I read a comment from, a co-host the other day, and he said that, people get mad at him because he don't believe that a type 4, which I don't believe in types. That's just me, and I'm gonna carry that ball up under my arm until I find out furthermore. But I don't believe in types. Oh, this is a type 1, a type 2, a type 3, a type 3, 4, a type 3. I don't believe in that types. It's just if you got different breeds of Dougs. Okay, it's the same with these creatures. You got the hyena type. I'm not type, but you got the hyena. You got German Shepherds. You got Chows. You got Malamutes. You got Mastiffs. You got some that look like the lion, some that look like a bear. You got some that look like a wolf. So just like you got these different breeds of dogs, you got these different breeds of dog men. They just got different looks to them. But it's not no type, so therefore, if you want to name it types, and I just named about 10 of them, so I guess you're going to say, okay, that's the type 10. No, that's bull. That's a bunch of crap. It ain't no type 10 or no type 15 or nothing like that. And I just be trying to tell people, man, that's just my belief. I don't believe there are no types. I just think they're different kinds, just like they're different kinds of dogs. So when it comes down and people want to say, okay, this is a type 4 Sasquatch. Why do you call it a type 4 Sasquatch? That's what I want to know. And then people, hey, Christopher, and then people at the end of the day, they can't even answer that question. They can't even answer that question at the end of the day. What made you the expert on saying that this is a type 1, 2? How did explain to us on how did you get to that, to your analysis? Break it down to us and explain to us, how did you get to that point where you called it this is a type 1, type 2, and so on. But it at the end of the day, it's just crazy. That's why I say it's no experts in this field, because we all seeking the same thing, man, and that's the truth. I don't know nobody that worked up close with these creatures to get the definitive information that we need on these creatures. And then you got a lot of different cryptids out here. Some we probably haven't even seen yet. But it could be standing right there, peeking from behind that tree. And the whole time we don't even know it's there. And another thing, PAC members, be sure if y'all want, y'all can post questions in the group. We want to make it interesting. We want to make it fun. That's why I've been posting a lot of questions in the group. So be sure you can share pictures, you can share photos, explain it on what we think it is, but you can always get positive feedback. That's one thing we're going to do, and that's one thing we're going to keep going on in this group. Hey, New, what it do? That's one thing we're going to do in this group. That's why I said, man, I'm grateful, I'm blessed, man, because it's some guys in here, that's my moderators, man, that I was, able to come across when I started doing my channel, man, and they've been there with me since day one, and I'm grateful and I'm blessed, man. I really am. Chilling. Got an eyewitness coming on tonight. I'm gonna bring her on in 5 more minutes, and I'm gonna let her break it down. She's gonna tell y'all about her encounters and sightings. Now, mind you, my witness do have pictures that she drew of these creatures that she saw. So I had put some up on the page. So I'm gonna try tonight, if I can. If I don't show y'all during this live stream, then I will post them in the group though. But we got some big things that we can ready to start doing. I'm not gonna, jump out there and do the spoiler alert thing, but it's coming soon. It's coming soon, and it's for the whole family. It's for the whole pack. Yeah, I'm gonna bring her on in about 4 more minutes, and she's gonna get on here and she gonna, hello. Hello.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hello. Hey.
How you doing? I had called you.
Fighting pneumonia.
I am so sorry. I definitely don't want to bother you then. I had a eyewitness that's coming on tonight anyway, but I see that you sick, and I want you to I want you to get better, I want you to get better, so
Yeah.
I won't.
I start coughing and I can't stop.
Wow. So I'm gonna let you go. Shell. You can just listen to it. So I won't. I'm not. I won't. I'm gonna let you go ahead and just get better. And
Okay, thank you.
all right.
All right, sorry.
All right. That's no problem.
Talk to you soon.
All right. All right. Good night.
Okay, talk to you soon.
All right. Bye. She say she fighting pneumonia, so I'm not even gonna bother her. But 3 more minutes, I'm gonna bring on the eyewitness, and I'm gonna let her. We're gonna let her go ahead and start telling her encounters and sightings, and she have been on my on this end over here been you know doing things for the pack, because she's a pack member too, she's a family member too, so she have been going out and talking to people and getting their sightings and encounters. So it's been boots on the ground with her. And so and I'm grateful. I'm grateful when a person can um help out in a situation like that. So I'm grateful about that. So hopefully she will be sharing some of their encounters and sightings on here, and she's going to describe these creatures the best to her knowledge, what she's seen and what they seen to look like to her, whether it looked like a German shepherd, whether it looked like a child. That's why I say when people see these creatures, man, they see differences. I just done heard so many that this one looked like a German shepherd. This one looked like a wolf. I done heard majority of the encounters to look like them, German shepherd or wolves. Then you can throw the hyena type in there. Heard a few encounters where ones that look like a child and mastiffs, but not many. Hey Gerald, what's up, my friend? But not many. 2 more minutes, and I'm gonna let her come on here. She gonna like I said, I'm gonna introduce her and everything like that, and then we gonna let her share her encounters and her sightings. But like I said, though, we got a lot of good things though in the works. Next year it's definitely gonna jump off, during the new year. But like I said, we working on something right now. You know, we not worrying about rough drafts. We just worrying about the the um the the right ones. I'm gonna just put it out there like that. The right ones. We ain't worrying about you know um rough drafts. As far as like if you want to say goat man got horns, but some people say no. I seen it didn't have no horns. That's why I say people gonna see things different. And a lot of times they say your eyes can play tricks on you. That's why a lot of people was saying and asking, do you think eyewitnesses can get mixed up? Bigfoot and Doug, man, they might see a Doug man and say, oh, it was a Bigfoot, but it had ears. But they would still stick to their guns and their words and say it was a Bigfoot, but it had ears with a snout. So, like I say, people gonna see things differently. All right, y'all. Put up a one if y'all ready, cause I'm ready to bring on eyewitness and let her get on here and tell her encounters and her sighting and all that good stuff. So let me know if y'all ready, and we can just we can go ahead and start it. Go ahead and start it. We can go ahead and do it. Let me see. All right, y'all. Hold on. Let me see. I wanted to see what was y'all all right. What was y'all Y'all remark on there. All right, there. Okay, y'all ready? All right. Hey, hey, Carla. Hey, Anderson. Hey, Marquetta. Hey, Dirk. All right, y'all. All right. Tonight, get to my guest for tonight is she gonna, like I said, she's gonna be sharing her cryptids, paranormal encounters. So I want her to come on here right now. Her name is Renee. Renee, can you say hi to the pack?
Hey, how's it going, everyone? I
Nah,
hope you're all having a good night.
yeah, we definitely having one. Put up a one if y'all could hear her real good to let me know, and then we can move on. Let me know if you can hear real good, Marquetta. New Lieutenant. All right, they put up the one. They can say they can hear you real good. All right, Renee, can you give us a brief bio about yourself?
Sure. Okay, so I live in southeastern Colorado. I'm born and raised here in the same small town. I'm going to be 41 this month. I'm educated in sociology and early childhood education. I'm currently working as a professional psychic medium, and I'm also an artist on the side. And I definitely have seen a lot of paranormal things. So that's how I got in touch with Marvin. I mean, there's not a whole lot to my story. Born and raised in a small town.
Right. And okay, so another thing I wanted to ask you, before you even, how long was it before you said, because you do you had the psychic thing, how long was it before you knew that you had this, that you could just, I guess I'm gonna say, tap into this type of energy? How old were you when you knew you could do certain things that others couldn't, or see
Well,
certain things?
certain things have happened as far back as I can remember. I want to say me being about 4 years old, but I didn't know what it was until I was about 18. I
Okay.
didn't know the correct terminology for it. I didn't know that that's what a medium did. That what I was experiencing was being a medium or being a psychic or being a clairvoyant. I didn't know that that's what that was called. But
Okay.
it was since I was about 4 years old. I could remember stuff happening since being that age.
Right. Okay. I got you. And before you even ever saw any type of cryptid, did you ever believe that they existed?
I did. It was just a feeling in my gut that I had. And so it was just kind of a weird validation when my physical eyes saw it.
Okay, I got you. Because I guess a lot of people say that they, I'm gonna say majority of the people. I ain't gonna say majority because I really don't know, but a lot of them say that they didn't believe in nothing like this until they, really saw it firsthand, eye to eye. So I, Renee, oh, another thing before you start, Renee, don't forget, you got any questions for her at the end? Any questions for her at the end? Can y'all please put y'all questions in all caps? Please, thanks. All right, Renee, the show is yours, start from your very, very first encounter inciting, and we can move on from there.
Okay, like my first cryptid encounter ever that I could remember.
Yes.
Is that what you're wanting? Okay.
Yeah. You can do
All
it
right.
just like
So,
that.
all right. So that would be back in the 80s when I was about 4. I remember not being able to sleep at night because there was a little man. He was about, I want to say, 1.5 to 2 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
And he wore those, like a pair of pants, but they have like those straps that go over.
Something like
I don't know what they're
suspenders.
called. Yeah, like suspenders. They look kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he had shiny little shoes. And at night he would sit on my dresser and just stare at me. And I mean, he didn't scare me, and I didn't get like an evil vibe or anything. But I mean, being a little girl and I didn't know what it was just like annoying. So I remember I would get up and I would go down the stairs to my parents' bedroom. And as I was going down one flight of stairs, heading down the next one, I could see him, following. And I remember seeing his shiny little shoes going down too. He was following me. And I would get in between my mom and dad in their bed. And, sure enough, there he would be on their dresser. And he would sit there the rest of the night and watch me.
Wow.
But I mean, I could fall asleep, because at least there was my mom and dad, even if he was going to sit there and watch me. And I always thought maybe, like later years, I thought, well, maybe it was like a leprechaun or something, because I think they are very peculiar about their shoes. Could have been a gnome, because I do know that my mom saw little people. And she doesn't like garden gnomes. Like, she will not buy those statues or anything. She said she saw those things in the house too. She said she saw them in the basement of the house.
Wow.
And that kind of goes into my next encounter in the house when I was around the same age.
Mm-hmm.
Again, not being able to sleep. I have no idea why I did this, but I went into the basement and I had a little rocking chair. It was a little wooden rocking chair, and it had little strawberry shortcake cushions on it. I remember that. And I sat there and I was rocking, just staring into the dark. And this thing manifested in the middle of the basement. And I didn't know the name of it until recently, but I guess it's called a gorgon. And what I remember it looking like is, and this is in the dark, there was a little bit of light coming in from outside, the moonlight, because there were some windows in the basement. It was like shiny salamander skin. It had the upper body of a man, I remember the arms and the torso.
Mm-hmm.
And then the lower half kind of went out into like a tail. To be honest, I remember the impression that it was kind of moving on legs, but I couldn't tell you what the legs actually look like.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't like a snake bottom. I think like most gorgons would be. I want to say it probably did have legs, just the way I remember it moving. It's movement.
Right.
And it had a masculine face, like the bone structure was masculine, and the eyes, like where the eyes would be, it glowed green.
Wow.
And the hair was like snakes. It was moving like as if they were alive, like snakes, but I couldn't actually see like snake heads or anything, but they were moving like snakes.
Wow.
I didn't get an evil vibe from it either. I just sat there staring at it. And I remember at one point my mom coming to get me and, asking why I was there. I don't think she saw it, because I recently asked her if, I remember that time when I was sitting in the basement, did you see anything? And, she barely remembered. She didn't see that thing. So I don't know why it was there, why it manifested. I don't know. But I do know a lot of the things that we saw in that house. came from the basement. And that house, we later learned, was on sacred ground, on Indian burial ground. All those houses were built new on that land. All those houses, like even now where my brother lives, like it's all of it's like on the Santa Fe Trail, like where the Indians, like the Native Americans went through. I don't know too much of my Colorado history, and that's really embarrassing. I should have paid attention in school. But there is a lot of ghost activity, which would be Native American and like your I don't know what the correct terminology, not pilgrims, but the people from back in the day who aren't Native American. We have Bent's Old Fort out here. There was some death out there. We've got the Arkansas River running through, so there's a lot of history on this land. And that house we lived in shouldn't have been built on the land where it is. And my mom said even in the daytime, she said she would be cleaning house and stuff, and on the deck, owls would go and sit on the deck, and there were no trees in the area because it was all plains area. There's no trees, no elm trees, nothing. Right. But big owls would go and sit on the deck. I mean, and that's a little odd, I think, during the day, that there's no trees. And then we're seeing these little people coming out of the basement. A little strange. Very strange.
Wow. Before you go into your next one, do you think it was some type of portal in your basement?
Yeah, looking at it now, I'm pretty sure that there was a portal. In my opinion, I think it must have been a portal to like, I want to say maybe where like gnomes and fairies and like mythical creatures might have come out of. Because I never saw demons, I never felt devils or anything evil, and I don't remember too much ghostly activity in that house. It was more like the stuff you would hear about or see in fairy tales.
Right.
Yeah, wow. But definitely portal, yes.
Okay. You can keep on going to the next one as your ages go up. The ones that you can remember.
So I remember the next time we lived in an apartment. As I got older, we moved out of that house. That was a lot of ghostly activity. That building was built in the 1800s, close to the railroad that goes through our small town. That is also a very haunted area. We would hear people running through the halls. We would call the police to have them come check it out because no one was in the building. The doors would be locked. We would take pictures and you could see like ectoplasm and light. I would be alone by myself in the apartment and I would hear people say my name like out of thin air. I had someone messing with my stereo. Like they would go through and they would pick certain songs to play. I mean, it was just weird. And I would see people walking in and out of my bedroom. Same thing happened when we moved back into a house. You would see people going in and out of my bedroom and my mom's bedroom. You could see them outside the house. And I think it's because, I don't know if it's because me and my mom make a portal open up because of our gifts, or because we are just naturally drawn to places where there's already portals. Do you know what I mean? Those two houses were just mainly ghost activity. And the last house I saw, I was talking to a voodoo priestess, and I was doing a lot of researching on Marie Laveau one night in that house, the last house I was in. Again, right on the Santa Fe Trail. And that night, actually two things. Right after I got out of my conversation about Marie Laveau and talking to the voodoo practitioner, priestess, the light fixture fell and almost hit me in the head, like instantly.
Wow.
And I woke up in the middle of the night to a face made of ectoplasm. It looked like a womanly face, but it was like gel, like ectoplasm. And I ran out of my room, and my mom she was sitting there in the living room and just looking at me like weird. I was like, did you see that? Did you see that woman? She didn't see it that time, but that's the kind of stuff that I had to live with. There was one more strange encounter in that house, but it's not a cryptid or a ghost. It's actually an ET encounter. Do you want me to go into that?
Absolutely. Our show is about that.
Okay. So that house, I remember one night I couldn't sleep, and it was like hours. I just couldn't sleep. And all of a sudden, I just felt like a weird energy come over me, you know, kind of like, you know, if you've ever gone to the dentist and they give you that
Novocaine, like to numb you.
Yeah, or no, that stuff, that gas they put,
Okay, yes,
nitrous,
okay.
the nitrous gas. Yeah, it was almost like that, and then I was just out. And then I woke up and I thought I was in the emergency room. I was like, whoa, what happened? Because I felt a metal table underneath me, and there were big lights above me, and my arms were strapped down at my side, and there were people walking around me, but nobody was saying anything. But I could hear, you know, clanking around. I could hear people walking, and I know they were there. And my left arm, I could feel like, it wasn't like it was cut open or anything, but I thought, okay, well, maybe they're trying to put an IV in my arm. That was a thought. But at the same time, I'm wondering, why am I in the ER? And this is real. Like this, I swear to God, like it's real. But it felt like someone was moving bone and muscle around in my arm. It was really weird. It was just like a painful pressure. And I couldn't really cry out. I couldn't make a noise. So I was just praying in my head, you know, and I was like praying out to, I think to like Mother Mary. And someone grabbed my hand and squeezed it. And they telepathically told me, yes, we know of your God too, you know, like she's our God too, you know, something like that, something along those lines, you know, to calm me. But it was telepathic. And then I kind of just went out of it. And when I came to, I was back in my room.
Wow.
And this is true. And I got up and I told my mom, I called my dad, because this was real. I was like freaking out. I didn't know what to do. And for I'd say about a month after that happened, I had like tinnitus in my ears. Like it was ringing, like, or it was like a weird, like, like noise in my ear for like a month, 3 weeks to a month. It was freaky. And that arm where I felt that pressure, like to this day, it's like hard in one spot.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you've seen pictures of me, but I'm pretty tattooed up. I've got sleeves and stuff, but on that arm, my tattoo artist had a really hard time tattooing in that spot. The ink wouldn't take. So, I mean, I don't know if they did something there, if they put something there. I don't know, but I just think it's kind of weird. That, and then the weird noises I was hearing after for about a month.
Wow. Have you ever go to try to get it checked out or x-rayed to see if you had some type of chip under your skin or anything like that, or you just left it alone?
I haven't yet, but I thought about it. I don't know how I would say though. I don't know what I would
Right.
unless I fake a fall and be like, hey, can we get x-rays of my arm? You don't want to say I was abducted by aliens. Can we check for a chip?
Right.
I know that insurance would cover that.
Absolutely right. Okay, now I know you said that was the last one that happened in that house right there. So
yeah,
we can still go on up and move in the ages, and if it's still anymore, if that was your only ET paranormal experience, now we can go into the cryptids.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the next one that keeps sticking out with cryptid is got to be the little. I think it was a baby dog man, and this was even before I started hearing the dog man stories. We were late night fishing because that's what we do out here in small towns. We don't have anything to do. It was probably midnight, maybe 1 a.m. in the morning. We were on the back roads, and I was sitting in the back seat. We were headed back into town from, I think we were fishing in the creek. And nobody else saw it. It was just me, because they were kind of bummed out. They were mad because I had allergies and I wanted to go home. But I looked off to the side, and it was a little fence. Like out in the country, the fences aren't very big. They're just like small wooden fences.
Mm-hmm.
Or sometimes they're just like wire or barbed wire. Well, it looked like a fox. The size of, like, imagine a fox. Fox aren't that big.
Right.
It looked like a fox, a red fox, on its hind legs, coming out of the road, and then it hopped a fence on 2 legs and went off into the field.
Wow. And how
Yeah.
how tall did you say it was?
It wasn't very tall. I mean,
Like
it
a
had to be maybe, I don't know, let me look.
a foot, a
Maybe,
foot and a half? Because I know you said it was bipedal.
yeah.
It was on 2 legs. So, and we know a fox not gonna. That's something it's not gonna do. Walk and then jump over a fence on 2 legs. So,
Yeah, maybe a foot and a half, 2 feet. It was small, but I mean, of course, if it were like a baby, quote unquote, baby dog man, it would be fairly little. But
right.
yeah, it was small, and it had a bushy tail like a fox.
Okay. Did the ears stick up? Pointed
Yeah, the
ears.
ears did stick up, pointing
Okay.
on top of the head.
Okay. And it had a no, I know it. Of course, it had a snout, but I know it wasn't a very long snout because I guess of the size, I guess of it because it was kind of
Yeah,
small.
yeah. Just imagine your smallest fox, the smallest type of fox, standing on 2 feet, hopping a fence.
Okay. Anytime did you see the forelimbs? Did you notice that it had hands or did it have like
Yeah,
okay
yeah. It had
very
to, because because they weren't like sticking straight out. Because I mean, like my dog, if it
right
were
right
on its hind legs, its front arm paw thingies would be sticking straight out, but that's not how it was. They were like down at its side.
oh okay bingo I got you now by you saying that I have heard numerous eyewitness say that their arms was down just by their side and below the well I guess what we want to call that backwards knee thing just where the thighs would be down there where the knee would be so I have heard that before so yeah I'm pretty sure that that's what you saw is that's the picture you sent to me on all fours that you drew that rough draft.
Mm, yeah, it looked a little like that. I
Okay.
sent you a couple. There was a little one like that, and
Right.
then there was one. I think I sent you that kind of depicted the type of fence that it was,
Yeah, you did.
and
Yeah.
then the height.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
I
Right.
think I
Right.
sent you a couple.
Right. So would you say the fence was what approximately what 4 5 feet tall or how tall you think the fence was if you would
The
had to
fence, um, I would say the fence was maybe about as tall as it,
mm-hmm.
as tall as it was. Wasn't very high. Those country fences, out there, in the back roads.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them are just, they're not very high. I'd say maybe 2 feet, maybe 2.5 feet.
Oh,
It wasn't very
okay.
big.
I got you. And all right, because like I said, though, we're gonna wait you get all these out, and then they can
I
ask
know it sounds weird trying to picture. Yeah,
I mean,
and it sounds weird trying to picture a fox hopping a little fence.
no,
But it hopped a fence.
now, mind you, I had an eyewitness come out of Mississippi that was, they was stripping all of like the copper and stuff out of this old house on his property. And as they was pulling the wires out the wall, they kept hearing something under the floor, like up under the house.
Mm-hmm.
And so they would stop to hear it, and it kept doing that. So they go to the window, and when they go to the window, like under the porch, the front porch, it had like, it had like all that was missing up underneath a hole, like, animals can go up under there. So they said they see this fox come out. That's what it looked like to them, a red fox. And when it came out, they saying it was on all fours, but they said then this thing stood upright. It stood, but it said it looked at just like you just described that baby Doug man as a fox, looking like a fox. They saying the exact same thing. But this thing was like a 7.5, 8 feet tall. And it just took off on the other side to the right because it was another property over there, and it was just crazy. And it had the bushy tail. So you saying that just brought back my eyewitness I had in Mississippi that gave me that encounter on that. All right, so don't stop, just go to the next one.
Okay.
That you can remember. And after you finish all yours, if you have any, like I said, friends that share things with you, then you can go into them.
Okay.
All right.
I'm trying to think if I've seen anything. I do know that recently, within the last year, my mom doesn't even know what a dogman is, but she saw one. And she saw one in my brother's backyard. I know that sounds like really like
No.
like someone telling tall tales, but
no.
My mom is just recently had a near-death experience because she, went through she was sick, she had cancer, and we were driving by to go see my brother, and she's like, "Oh my God, did you just see that?" And I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Go back, I just saw a wolf man." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She goes, "It's in the back, in the back of your brother's house." Again, my brother's house, right there on the Santa Fe Trail. So I'm like, "Well, what did it look like?" And she's like, it was gray, it was big. She's like, it was like a bodybuilder, like muscular. She's like, and it was hunched over. And we went and looked. I mean, of course, it wasn't there. But I was listening to one of the podcasts, I can't remember which one, that shows pictures, the different pictures of the dogmen. And there was a picture of one, and she goes, "That's what I saw, that's what I saw. That's what I saw." And she said that's what she had seen in the back of my brother's house.
Wow.
So I don't know if that had something to do with where his house is, like if there is a portal there.
Yeah.
Or because she kind of has, because she had been so close to death, that she can see these things a lot more clearly just wherever.
And and when you said she's first seen it, she said a wolf man.
Yeah, because she doesn't. Right. Yeah, she doesn't know the term dog man.
Right. So did she say it had legs like us, or did it have the bent back legs? If you can remember, or she just seen it just running or whatever.
No, she said it was standing there. She said it was standing there
Oh.
in the backyard. Like, she said it was big, like a bodybuilder, and it's hunched over,
Mm-hmm.
and its legs were bent.
Okay,
So
okay, the hocks. Okay, yeah.
yeah,
Doug type legs. Okay.
yeah, but
Wow.
standing up.
Wow. Okay, great. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm sure she know what she saw. I'm sure she
Yeah,
know what she saw, you know. So it could have been just passing through, or when it knew y'all was coming back, it just, it just got out there, just left.
mhm, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
like you
Uh,
can go on, you can keep on, you can just keep on going.
okay. Well, I did forget. I did see something else here. At my house one summer. I think it was probably about 4 years ago. One summer it was raining a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was just so humid, and trees and plants and flowers were just growing like crazy. There were so many bugs. And I was sitting out on my porch. It was probably about 2 or 3 in the morning, and it was just so quiet and nice, but it was just really, really humid, all the moisture in the air. And I saw these little lights across the street, and they were just kind of dancing around, and they weren't fireflies.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have fireflies, where I live, where my house is.
Right.
Um, so I thought, well, those kind of look like little people almost. They were in gold lights. Like, you could almost see little figures, like little bodies. And
Right.
I had seen those type in my house before, but in a blue light. They
Wow.
come around my animals. So I started to kind of, I telepathically communicated, tried telepathically communicating, asked them to do things like, can you come closer? Can you come into the street? And they would do that. So that's how I knew that they were something other than just bugs that, possibly light up, because I try to look at things from different angles too.
Right.
Um, but yeah, there were like a bunch of little fairies in a gold light that summer, and I think it was because of all the moisture in the air. I think that's how they were so visible at that time, to come out and just kind of dance around and
Wow.
hang out in front of my house.
Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing. I always wanted to. I even want to see one of those. I do, but I know I've talked to a lot of people that have seen them though. These little furry beings.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, I think they're great. I don't think they're evil. So,
Yeah, I don't.
um,
I don't think that either. But I mean, you could have some that's out there that are, because they have. Guy had caught. He said he had found the dead one on the side of the road, and I think this was in. It was in Ireland, England, one of those countries or something like
uh
that.
huh,
And he found a dead one on the side of the road, and he said he kept it in formaldehyde for
uh
years
huh,
until he released his findings to the public, and it came back 99.9% human. you know Came back human. This thing had ribs, it had little hands, 5-digit fingers, it had
uh huh,
elf-like ears, it had wings, it had it had feet. I mean, it
uh huh.
just it just it had everything that the human anatomy would have, you know.
Wow,
So it looked
that's
just like a
crazy.
little
It must
human.
have got stuck
It
here.
Yeah, it could have, but then I'm like, because he said it was on the side of the road, just dead. So whether it was hit or I really can't say, because he didn't even the cause of death. And he
Mhm.
released his findings, and even sent them into other labs, and some of them said, well, with what you found, that 99.9% human, that's what it was. But a lot of other labs didn't want to touch with it. They want to stay away from it. You know, they didn't want to get involved with it. They wanted to just say, okay, no, it's been tampered with. You know, somebody touched it, or and it got
Yeah.
human DNA on it. It was just crazy though. So
Yeah.
you can go into the
Wow.
next one, or what you can think of, or start going into some of your friends that told you about these things. Because I know we had talked about this rake thing too.
Okay. I got one more before the rake.
Okay.
Here in this house, my bedroom used to be downstairs, and the power just happened to go out about 3 a.m. And I just happened to wake up right as the power went out, and this black mist came into my room through the wall. I'm wide awake. I'm not lucid dreaming. I'm awake watching this black thing come through my wall. Looked kind of like those things on Harry Potter. I don't know if you've seen Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings, those black things that wear hoods. Really creepy. Came through the wall, and it's just like floating there in front of me. And I'm just like, oh crap, is this thing really here? And even though I know the lights just went off, here I am like a dummy trying to turn the lights on. I'm looking for my phone, and I didn't know what to do. I mean, usually I would pray. I think I was just so shocked at seeing that. Now that was shocking. I think I just said, oh, SHIT, and I got up and walked through it and walked out. Because I really didn't know what to do with it. Like, why did it come through my wall? Why was it there? You know, what was I supposed to do? I know, kind of weird, kind of a weird reaction, but it did happen.
Wow. Okay, you can go into the rake if you want now.
Okay, so this encounter is not mine, but a friend of mine here in town, she did tell me that she saw a rake-like creature, what people would call the rake. And she says it's skinny, with long limbs, you know, the kind of the big head. That's as much of a description as I have so far. I plan to get together with her and see if I could get a little more. But coming into our county from a town that's about an hour away, she said she saw it over a bridge, and it was eating something. Second time, she saw it here in our town by a place they call the Head Gate, which, by the way, everyone says is some kind of, says are the gates to hell. I don't think they are, but that's just what locals say. And she said she saw it over there. I don't know too much about that encounter, but I do know that there are sightings of something tall and white and weird, and it can keep up with cars.
Wow.
Now this is a north part of my town. They say that it runs up alongside of your car no matter how fast you're going.
Wow. Is
And yeah,
is that the
and you
picture?
ask people to describe it,
Mm-hmm.
huh?
Go ahead. Go ahead and finish.
And they really don't know what to say. They're like, I don't know. It was like white, and it was skinny, and people have a really hard time giving a description of it.
Oh, and I can believe that. I can totally I can totally agree with that, because I done had eyewitness said that they look like a like a mantis would look, you know, like those legs,
Mhm.
like those bent
Yeah.
legs. But it looked just like the rake, and it had these long arms, and the hands, the fingers, they turned straight into claws. They
Mhm.
said it's like the fingers just went straight into claws, like you saying. It's that white looking thing, skinny, you know, really tall, you know, and like you said, slim. Because I had never heard no encounters where they said, well, this thing had a massive body. No, they always skinny and slim. From the encounters that I got. You know,
Mhm.
what about this goat man? Have you had knew anybody that ever saw this cryptid or ever came across it?
The goat man?
Mm-hmm.
Mm, I don't think so.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I mean, let me think. I mean, I'll get back to you on that.
Right.
I know there's something with hooves that a friend of mine, I don't remember if it was him or someone that he knew encountered again here in the area, but I need to talk to him and see. Um, I have a gargoyle sighting from, I have a gargoyle and a Bigfoot creature, and I do have like a skinwalker sighting that I forgot to tell you about.
Okay. Well,
Um,
start from one, Renee, and just go into all of them. Just go ahead.
okay,
All right.
so my ex actually used to take walks out in the country at night, and it is pitch black out there, out in the country. And he is a pretty tall guy. He's about 6'8". He said that he saw this big white thing crouching in front of him, just a few yards in front of him. And he said that when it got up, that it was like double the size of him. And these fences out where he was walking, they were a lot bigger than the other fence that I described to you with the baby dog man. That it just walked over the fence into the darkness. This isn't the first encounter I've heard of with these really tall, skinny, willowy, bony type things that people are seeing out in the country here in our area. Are you still there? Hello? Hello? Hello?
I mean, I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't even know she was from. It cut off. Hold on, y'all. It cut off. Hello? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Wait a minute, I'm going to transfer the call back over onto this other phone. Can you hear me now? Go ahead. There you go.
All of a sudden, I couldn't hear anybody, so I stopped talking. I didn't know how much of what I was saying anybody heard.
All right, where did y'all? Can somebody text and tell her which where to pick up at? Just start from you was almost finished the first one, right? We need the first encounter.
I was talking about a skinwalker.
All right, well just
but I don't
start from the beginning of it. Sorry about that, everyone.
Okay.
You can go ahead.
All right. So I was just telling about a friend of mine. Well, my ex used to walk out in the country, out in the area, and out where he was walking, there were bigger fences, I believe, because I remember he told me this thing stepped over a big fence. But this thing was like white, he said, and out in the country at night, it's pitch black. Now he is a big guy. He is about 6'8". And this thing was only a few yards, or I can't remember, it wasn't too far away from him, but it was like crouching down in the ditch, he said. But when it stood up, I think he said it was like double the height of him, that it stood up and walked over the fence into the field. And this isn't the first time that I've heard something like this. Other people have told me about these tall, skinny things that wander around in the dark out in the country.
Mm-hmm.
They almost kind of fit the description of the Wendigos, you know, with the skull heads, and they look kind of like skeletons, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
I need to get more of a better description. This is going on my memory from about 10 years ago.
Okay.
But I did want to add one more story.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, were you gonna ask me a question?
No, absolutely. Go ahead. No, after she I guess this will be the last one. The one that you gonna tell now?
Yeah, it can be.
Yeah. So this gonna be the last one, y'all. And if y'all got any questions, don't forget y'all can stop putting them up in all caps. Go ahead.
Okay. So this is out in the north part of town where I was telling you, where there are a lot of rake sightings, and it's kind of in the area of where I saw the baby dog man. A friend of mine, her children were out playing in the yard at their grandmother's house. Now the grandmother's house is not too close to the head gate, but in that area. They were outside and they heard a howl and a growl, like a howl growl.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't a dog. And they ran inside from the field and had to lock the doors.
Wow.
I don't know what the heck that would have been. It wasn't a coyote and it wasn't a dog. But it was some kind of weird howl type growl thingy.
Right. And
I don't know.
Go ahead.
I don't know what would have made that noise.
Right. And I'm sure it was powerful too. A howl growl. A howl growl. So, that could have been that cryptid. It could have been a Doug, man. It would have been good though if they would have had it like on recording. If they would have had that recorded, man, that would have been perfect. That would have been excellent. Y'all got any questions? Can y'all put them in all caps? Out of all her experiences that she told tonight, start from the beginning. Y'all can start. Make sure they're in all caps though, so I can read them. Yeah, but like I was asking you earlier though, you think it was it could have been like a small portal in the basement, where these entities, these creatures, whatever you want to call them, that was coming out of.
Yeah, that's what I believe.
Right, because they was, they was small. Now how tall you say that it was? The one that had on the suspenders. How big you was?
Let me see. He was about, I'd say about 1.5 feet. He was smaller than your average. I don't know the politically correct term.
Mm-hmm.
Dwarf. I don't know. Is that what we call them?
Right.
The smaller humans. Yeah, about 1.5 feet.
Okay. Then that's small. That's small. That's real small. Yeah, don't forget, y'all. Put them in all caps if y'all got any questions. Okay. All right, somebody wanted to know. This guy, caller, want to know. Since you's a medium, she want to know. Can you like? I guess the question that they asking is, can you go? I guess back. Like I'm gonna say, cause they saying on head back in time, but I'm gonna say, can you go back years and communicate with and talk to beings?
Like
basically like a time traveler. This is what they want to know. Can you
like a time traveler?
Yeah, like they say they can go back in the future and go in the future. Want to know if you can go back, or have you ever did anything like that?
That is actually something. That I've been really interested in, and I've tried in meditation, but I haven't gotten any real valid results yet. I do believe it's possible, though. I think the correct terminology for that would be like a bleed through, like bringing the past to the present.
Right.
And I know other mediums have done that before, but no, I haven't done that yet.
Okay, I got you now. Somebody else want to know. They want to know: do you protect yourself spiritually from these beings? And does she think? Do you think that they follow you home?
I do protect myself. I use a lot of different methods, and I let them know before I even get home that there's no way they're following me. And if I do see that they followed me, I will let them know, and I don't have problems. So my methods must be working.
Okay, got you. Can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? Cause I think we just texting said that they couldn't hear me. So I want to know if they can hear me now. Can y'all hear me now? Carla? Okay, all right, Blackwater. All right. Somebody want to know on here. Marquetta want to know, have you ever seen a white shadow?
A white shadow?
Yes. Like I guess you know how some people, because I mean my other question that I want you to answer that one first, and I wanted to know, have you ever seen any shadow beings? But answer the first one first. That's come from Marquetta. White shadows.
A white shadow? I don't. Not off the top of my head do I recall. No, I have not. My brother's seen something. He's got the same gifts like I do, but I have not.
Okay. What about these shadow beings? Like people say they see
Like
these shadow people, and have you ever seen any of those?
Yes, mainly out of the corner of my eye. They don't bother me too much though.
Okay. Okay, now Carla was just saying, she was just rephrasing it, saying white apparitions.
White apparitions?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Okay. Okay, I got you.
Yes. Spirits and angels show up like white apparitions for me.
Oh, okay.
Like
wow.
spirits from heaven.
Oh, wow. Wow, and that's real. That's real interesting. Another thing. I'm gonna ask you this question. If you could, I guess, come up with an answer, or I guess you can. What would you say? What would you say that? What do you think that Bigfoots are?
What
I
do
mean,
I think?
yeah. What do you think they are? I mean, you think they are like some kind of people, or you think they're an animal, or what do you think they are? If you could, you know.
I feel like they are something. I feel like they are a very intelligent creature, an animal, like an ape or a monkey is very intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
You know, almost like human, but not human. I think they've been here for a really long time, and I think that they were put here by extraterrestrials. That's just my feeling. But I also feel like there are some who come through portals from other realms.
I respect that. I've heard that before too from eyewitnesses. I definitely heard that from other eyewitnesses too. Okay, again, what do you think that what do you think dogmen are? If you had the same question as Bigfoot, if you had to throw something out there and give your take on what you think they are.
Sorry. I think dogmen have been around since humans have been around.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like there is more of a human DNA, more of a human mind to them. I think they're smarter than they let us see.
Right.
I want to say they're a type of man, but they just happen to look like wolves.
Right.
I think, some people say they're evil or they're demonic, and maybe there are some that are, but I really think that they are just that, dog man. They are men who look
Right.
like dogs.
Right.
And I think they're intelligent creatures, and I think they've been here for millions of years.
Okay. Got you. Got you. You know, and that was that was a good answer.
And I'm sure, I think that the government has messed around too, and I think they've probably created some weird hybrids, and I'm sure some black magicians have conjured up some evil ones from God only knows where,
Absolutely, and that's something that we talks about all the time. We talks about that all the time, that they they messing with their messing with their DNA, and they want to create these so-called super soldiers, and I don't,
Yeah.
and I just, I mean, to me, I don't think that that they should be killed, and that's just
All
it's
right.
my belief, and I know a lot of people do follow me on this. Now, the only way I would say shoot, if you in a, I guess, life death, situation, and you don't
Uh-huh.
see no way out. It's for sure that this thing is gonna kill you, or it's finna pounce on you, and it's like coming at you,
Uh-huh.
in the air, and it's getting ready to come down on you, something like that. When you know that it's gonna do something to you, because a lot of people could be like, "Man, I shot it because it flinched." You know what I mean? Oh, it
Yeah.
flinched. A flinch. I mean, but did it jump on you? Do you know for a
Right.
fact it was coming to jump on you or something like that? See, people just quick to pull a trigger, and they always want to put themselves in a position to say it was gonna kill me. How do you know it was gonna kill you? I mean, how?
Right.
How? You never
I think
explain to the
I think
people,
they're just trigger happy.
right? You never explain to the people or the listeners, or to us. You never explain to us the situation that led up to you shooting up the. How was it gonna kill you? I mean, what did it do? I mean, did it grab
Mm-hmm.
you by the arm? Did it throw you? Did it touch you? Did it physically touch you? Or swiped at you and scratch you? You know, what did it do to put you in that position where you had to, you had to shoot at this thing? And a lot of people can't come up with a real validated answer. They just can't.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just crazy. I just don't think that people should be going out and just shooting these things, because
Right.
one day it's gonna really backfire.
I think so too.
It's gonna really backfire on somebody. Because if these things can go in and out of portals like they do, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, who to say that one day people going out and they just start shooting up these things, and just thousands of these things just start running through the forest, just wiping people out and then jumping back through portals. How the hell?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how the hell you gonna get them if they jump through a portal? How you gonna get them? You gonna go in there,
Exactly.
but you gonna go in there behind them? Because we don't know where them portals go at.
Right.
Well,
Or if
I
you can
don't know
even,
nobody that
or
went in. I don't know nobody that went in one and came
or if
back.
you're even allowed access through a portal.
Right, right. That's why
People
I
don't
say
know how to use portals.
right, and we don't know if your person don't even know if they would survive going through it. You know what I mean? So people always, some people have did everything. You could say anything. Portal. Oh, I went through a portal before. You know, you could say anything. A spear. Oh, I went through a spear before. You know, I mean, anything you say is somebody that always did it. I'm like, come on, man. Now you done did everything. It's impossible.
Mhm.
The magic that dates back. Somebody was saying something about Robert Moore was saying something about he said old skinwalker shapeshifter magic that dates back to the Stone Age. We are on first. We are on first monsters, often summoned as a protective guardian of areas. Many are around where mounds used to be. Now I can believe that though. You know, like these
Mhm.
these these great big mounds and everything and stuff like that, where they found these giants and all that. And every time the Smithsonian gets one and get the bones of these giants, first thing they say is, "Oh, we don't have no giant bones here." That's the first thing they
Yeah.
will say. But what happened to them? Because everybody that ever unearthed one, y'all definitely confiscated it from them.
Mhm.
You know, so see, like when people do get evidence like that, then you never get to put the proof out there.
Right.
Like they say, you never live to tell the tale. You know, you never live to
Exactly.
tell a tale. I'm gonna see if any more questions. If not, then I don't want to hold you up. But like I said, I know I still got some pictures that I'm gonna put on the page of that Bigfoot and the Bigfoot, the Goat Man. It's another one of the Rake, and it's another one of you know, of the Doug Man. So I'm gonna post them on the page so they can look at them and they can get an idea of. It's like they can get an idea of looking through your eyes, and they can
Mhm.
picture seeing what you saw, what you saw, what they look like to you. 'Cause like I said, they all gonna look. They just gonna look different. You're not gonna have the same.
Uh-huh.
Like Bigfoots, they all got different looks. Excuse me. They all got different looks. These Bigfoots, all of them got different looks. You know, they're
Exactly.
not gonna look the same. You right, Carla. They is near Indian land. You know, they are. That's why these Indians know about these creatures and these cryptids. You know, and these shamans and these medicine men. Now, I want to share this with y'all. Eyewitness I had talked to, and she told me go to this documentary, and I'm gonna put the link up on the page because it's crazy because she said almost at the end it's gonna really scare you, Marvin, and I'm like, no, I don't think so. So I'm looking at this documentary now. The documentary is about a guy, and he goes out. You know how some people go out and they film their, dated, I guess day-to-day stuff that they do. They call it what's the name of it? When you go out and you film, it's something like when you do like a live stream, but they call it something else. If anybody know the name of what I'm trying to say, can you text it? Well, anyway, he was going out, you know. Oh, he was vlogging. That's what it is, vlogging. He was going out and he was vlogging. So he would go out every day and he would vlog to let his, you know, listeners and his members and subscribers know, his day-to-day things that he was doing. So he goes out one time, and while he out there, he starts to smell smoke. Real heavy, thick smoke. Now, mind you, it's nothing burning. It's nothing burning. And he looking for miles. He looking up in the mountain range. He looking through the woods. But you don't see no smoke, nothing in the sky, nothing like that. So he continued to walk. And as he continued to walk, he come across this old house sitting in the middle of the woods, out there somewhere. And he just looking at it. And he said he got this funny feeling that he wasn't alone. So he leaves. He makes another vlog to tell his subscribers about it, because they made some negative remarks. Or why you didn't leave, or why you ain't going there, why you ain't do this. And he was letting them know that, you know, I'm telling you, it's a house out there. See, they didn't believe all this because he didn't show them the house. Not yet. So they didn't believe him. They was like, well, why you didn't film it so we could see the house and see what you're talking about? So he said, I told you I had got this bad feeling, so I left it. I wasn't alone out there. Now, mind you, you can look at his face while he doing his vlog, and you could tell that this man was afraid of something, that this man seen something when he was vlogging. Now, they had him so upset that he said, well, I'm going to do another vlog, and I'm going to go out there, and I'm going to make sure I film it this time. Now, this is something he did. When he went and he found that house out there the first time, he marked different things. He marked different things so he could find it again. So he vlogging. That weekend he go out there again, he vlogging. And he said, it's going to take me, you know, such and such time to get to this place again. So he vlogging, talking to the people, and he was showing him, you know, different parts, the mountain, you know, because he still had to go over mountains. He still had to go through all that. So he does this. He's vlogging. When he finally gets there, it's pitch dark. You don't see nothing. Dead quiet. No sounds. So he vlogging. And he's telling them, he said, see, I told y'all. It was a house out here. I told y'all I wasn't lying. I told y'all it was a house that set out here. So he filming, he vlogging. Now he pans the camera near this window. And near the window to the right, it's a big tree. But this tree it's not really bushy because you can still see the window and everything. Now this way it get creepy, and this is where this thing messed my head up. He's still filming and he's still vlogging. Pans the camera back to the left, to the right again, then he pans it to this window. And he holds it there for at least 10 seconds. And I watched. I didn't take my eyes off that spot. And do you know why he was filming that window? This tall, whatever you want to call it, skinwalker, this thing was standing there the whole time, but you didn't see it. It was standing there the whole time, but you could not see this thing. The only time you seen it, this thing, it went from up And it bent straight down. I was like, and he put the camera down towards the ground. Now this man's scared. So he started panning around because he started hearing sounds like somebody chanting music. He started hearing these sounds, so he panning his camera around. He pans in and then it stops. He stops and he see this figure comes into focus. Now this figure come into focus, it's of a guy, and when he sees the face on this thing, it's like the face is it just didn't look right. And this figure turns to the left and then it turns to the right. But when it turns to his left, it's like half of the back of this thing head is gone. So the guy, he backs up, he moves, he pulls out his gun. He's still filming and he's shooting. He's shooting trees, he's shooting leaves, he's shooting branches out of the tree and everything. And at one point, he wound up hurting his leg. So get down there and he's worrying about his leg now. He gets up, he's still filming again. And he's filming, and you see this thing that he saw coming up this small dirt path with some type of, I want to say it's some type of meat cleaver in his hand or some type of sword or whatever. And it's like it's skipping, coming up this path. Boom, boom, he shoots. Don't hit nothing, this thing gone. Now, this way it get creepy, and this way the whole story just turned. He's still vlogging. He trying to get out there now, because now he knows something out there that's trying to do harm to him. They still filming it. He's still filming it. Now, I'm going to come back to that part, but I'm going to go back to where miles away, these campers find a backpack. Find the guy backpack. All you see though is footprints. You can see bad footprints. But this thing went out, it must have went out its way. It took the backpack and it placed it on this shovel that they had leaning against a tree, I think. So they put this thing put the backpack there. So these people wind up, turning the backpack in. Police got it now. So they go through this backpack. They open it up. They looking through it. And the aunt said, because she said she was there, the aunt said that when they was looking through it, God jumps back and say, holy, in this backpack, they found the severed hand of this young man that was vlogging, with his hand still attached to the camera. And it, like I had a tight grip on it. Now, mind you, now they thinking, they was like, wow, if only this thing had a SIM card in there. Bingo, they check it. It got the SIM card in there. And it got everything that happened to this young man on it. All the way up to when they showed this to the aunt. This guy turns to his right Then it comes back around and you see this thing coming with this cleaver in his hand, and they stopped it right there. They didn't even show it no more. Now, in the vlogs, he was telling telling them that it's a house out there in Nevada. He said it was a house out there. Now the police scanned miles, areas of woodland and everything. And even went as far as the marks that he made to get back to that spot. They never found that house to this day. But they said by 2022, we're going to find this house. So this case is ongoing. And it's crazy though, because like I told you, I didn't take my eye off that window, and it was nobody, no thing standing there. But that thing moved and it squatted down. It blew my mind. I never saw nothing like that in my life. The whole time this thing was there, the whole time. But as you looking at it, you don't see nothing. You don't see nothing. I'm like, man, it messed my head up. It really did. It really messed my head up, you know. And that case is so ongoing. I'm a post that documentary on my page, and I want y'all to go look at it and check it out, man, because this crazy, man. This the closest this came to seeing I guess a real live skinwalker, or whatever you want to call it, because that thing was there the whole time. But you can look all you want, but you ain't gonna see it. You ain't gonna see it until it move. Man, that messed my head up. And now, his members, they want to be sad now. That man only went back out there to prove to them that house was out there, and he lost his life. He lost his life doing that, to prove something to them instead of them taking his word. He went out there and he lost his life. They never found his body, just his severed hand in that camera. I don't know. Yeah, it had to be a skinwalker. But I know that thing wasn't. You couldn't see it standing by that window. I tell you that. You can look all you want. You ain't gonna see it. And it just messed my head up. It messed my head up. It really did. It really did. It was just crazy. It was. And that happened in Nevada. But I'm gonna get the link. And I want y'all to go check it out. And y'all tell me what y'all think. Y'all tell me what y'all think. But I want to thank our guest for coming on tonight and sharing her encounters and sightings, especially of the little people. And I'm not gonna I don't want to hold you up. I don't want to hold you up no longer. So, you got any closing words you want to say? Renee?
Well,
to anybody on here?
Yeah, just there's stuff out there in this world that can't be explained. You don't have to believe me, but everything that I told you or that I had a story about was 100% true. And I hope to come back and tell you some more stories, because I definitely have some more stories. And thanks, Marvin, for letting me come on and share.
Absolutely. Like I said, definitely keep in contact, because I know, guys definitely got some things in the work, and I know you've been real busy and been trying to get on, but your schedule didn't allow it. So Um, I'm glad that that you made it. You made it tonight, and you shared those. You shared those with us. So with that, I'm gonna let you go and enjoy the rest of your night. And I'll talk to you later.
All right. Thank you.
All right, thank you,
Talk to you
Renee.
soon.
All right.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye. Yeah, but that was a good guess. And I appreciate her coming on there, man. But like I told y'all, that documentary though, that I'm gonna try to find and I'm gonna post on the page, man. I want y'all to check it out because it's scary and it's creepy. But y'all need to check it out though, cause it's a real, it's like it's a real live skinwalker. But the whole time you don't even know that this thing is standing by that window or the house, period. And it, like I said, it messed my head up. It did the whole time. It was standing there. But you don't see it until it moves. You don't see it until it moves. It's like it just, I guess, you know how people want, when people say, it blended in, with its surrounding, that's what this, I guess that's what it did, But this thing, it blended in a little too well. It blended in too well. Because like I said, you didn't even know that it was there. You didn't even know it was there at all. At all. And like I said, anybody on here that had if y'all had any encounters or sight, man, always feel free, man, to reach out, get in contact with me. I'll narrate your story, or I'll bring you on, and you can share your own. You can talk about your own and your own experience. We all family, and we all seeking the same thing. Like I said, we all seeking the same thing, to find out what they are, to find out what they are. That's what we trying to do, to find out what they are, man. But like I said, I'm grateful and I'm blessed, man, that y'all was here, to hear her encounters and her sightings and her stories, and I appreciate it, man. That's why I say we got a good group, and at the end of the day, man, we all need to just stick together. That's what we need to do. We all need to just stick together. We all need to stick together and, and stay positive. Stick together and stay positive. That's what we need to do. And we're going to do that. We're going to continue to do that. Whether people don't like it or not. And we're going to always give positive feedback, man. We're going to always do that. But we're not going to talk bad about one another. That's something we're not going to do. And something that we're not going to tolerate. We just not. We're not going to tolerate it. No problem. Yeah, but like I said, though, I just wanted to give y'all that for y'all Sunday. You know, give y'all something to listen to, for the ones that did catch the live stream. Okay, Lieutenant, that's what's up. However you want to do it, just hit me up on Messenger. Let me know. Let me know, fam. I'm there. I'm there. Just let me know. That's all you gotta do. Let me know I'm there. Just hit me up. That's all you gotta do. I'll come on now. I would love to. You already know that. But like I said though, we need to just need to stick together, man. We need to stick together, and we need to find out what these things are, and um my friend, my mod, just asked me, he wanted me to come on his show or either he come on mine. Don't even really matter. Like I told him, I would love that. Just, give me a call, hit me on Messenger, and we can pick a day, and we can go from there. Like I said, you're not going to see that skinwalker thing, though. And you can look all you want, man. It's just, that thing just blend in so, so, so well. So well, man. You just not gonna even see it. You're not. And I kept, rewinding it and looking at it again and again. And she told me I was gonna do that. The person that sent it to me and told me about it, she said, you're gonna keep rewinding it over and over again, thinking that you saying that thing there. And that's what I did. But the whole time I seen nothing. You don't see it until it moves. And that's what really messed my head up. Once it moved, then I'm like, yeah, that thing was there the whole time, and it's like you don't even know it, though. You don't even know it. Whole time it was there. Man, but I'm glad everybody, showed up and showed out, as always. I'm going to start doing these lives, on a regular, because like I said, got moderators that got their own channel, so we're gonna just be going on each other's shows, and building up our platform. You know, we're gonna build up our platform, together. That's what we're gonna do. Yeah, just hit me though, LT. You can hit me anytime. You know, like I said, you can hit me tonight if you ain't busy, or if you ain't doing nothing, or you can hit me tomorrow. Don't even matter, and we're gonna talk about it. Yeah, but like I said, man, we're gonna we're gonna continue to do this, man. We're gonna continue to seek, and we're gonna continue to get the information that we need, man, and share with the ones that's out there that still don't believe in these things, and we're gonna still work with them too, until we get their eyes open. Until we get their eyes open, and then they say they really do exist, because they out there, whether a person want to believe it or not. They are out there, so again, I want to thank everyone that showed up to the live stream. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna upload this and get people that didn't see it, time enough, they can go back and listen to it. um I'm gonna do some encounters um tomorrow on a YouTube channel, because like I said, I still got encounters left, so I'm gonna do some encounters tomorrow, man, and I'm gonna see each and every one of y'all on the next True Doug Man Encounters with Marvin Allen and the Doug Pack. Good night, everyone. I love y'all. Peace.